A man without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of will say women lose value with time. That saying was created by dirty, dusty bums that could not keep a woman, and they'll tell the woman to manipulate her. Look, you gonna stay with me because ain't nobody else gonna want you because you're getting older. Listen, a woman gains value with time because with a woman comes age and substance, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And an older woman, unlike a younger woman, knows how to trust her intuition 100%. A younger woman is still learning this. These men that say they gain value with time lose value because you're no longer able to produce sperm. You men are set in your ways and you can't think outside the box. While the woman is close to God, whispering into God's ears 24/7 for decades. So I would rather walk with a woman of substance, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and knows how to trust her intuition than a woman that only looks good to the eyes. So don't let no man convince you that you've lost value when you gain value, and the truth is they've lost it. They can't produce no children. They're stuck in their ways. And the majority of men that say this are miserable and alone. Oh, praise and spirit to the Most High.
I'm so sick of this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle without the shell looking ass nigga. And y'all women eat this shit up too. Y'all really do. You mean to tell me you really believe that when we just had one of the oldest famous actors in the world who's like 70, 80 something, just had a kid with a 20 something year old woman? When was the last time you heard of a 70, 80-year-old woman having kids? They can't produce kids anymore. Man, what's going on, YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from Miss Chevy Caprice, who I think might watch my channel because she follows me on TikTok. Shout out to her. Because I actually got two clips for her and they're pretty related. So what I'll do is I'll try my best to remember to leave the link to her TikTok handle. So that way y'all can check her out if y'all want to support her, because I don't think she has a YouTube channel. Anyway, she had a discussion about whether or not social media is affected men or women more, and I wanted y'all to hear what she had to say. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I was reading something and it asks, do you think social media ruined men or women more? And I can honestly say, I think social media has definitely affected everybody in some sort of way, whether it was for the positive, the negative. It's affected everybody in some shape, form, or fashion. However, I'm definitely going to have to say it affected and ruined women way more than men. Women take social media too far. Women now do not live in reality. Women literally have created personalities and personas around their internet life. And it's like, they don't understand that likes are not dollars. So women are willing to do any and everything for a like. Women can be dead broke. But as long as they can get up there and look cute and flap their hair, and Lord forbid if they got a body, baby, you can't tell a woman nothing, because she's going to automatically assume I could use my body to make some money. And that's insane to me. The hell with chasing goals. Don't nobody want to work no more. Don't nobody want to be career driven, because I guess being a doctor is boring these days. We want to be IG models. We want to be sexy red. We just want to be sexy in general. And if we do get a job, we're going to work our 12, 16-hour shifts just so we can go buy us a body, because we want to look like Ari. We want to look like Jada. We want to look like all the Instagram girlies. And if you think about it, women don't really have no whole lot of positive influencers to look up to. Everybody that they're banking their life off of is a bunch of ran through women that may or may not get paid off of their content. This is the thing. A lot of women like to act like they're getting paid off their content, but I know how that content stuff go, but that's another story for another day. A lot of y'all are just satisfied with likes. Women have let the attention that they receive from social media make them feel like they're worthy of something. And it's like, it's not to say that you're not, but if your real life doesn't have anything going on and all you care about is being posted up and getting cute and getting likes and getting attention from men, it's like, baby, what do you really got going on in your real life? I think women have taken social media to a point of no return. Y'all have now let the internet make y'all think that there's no good men. Y'all have let the internet make y'all think that all men cheat, all men ain't SHIT. Y'all have let the internet make y'all think that the only way to date a man is if you're receiving something. Y'all have let the internet make y'all think that everything has to be some type of a exchange of money, some type of transactional exchange. Then you got the women on the reverse side who don't look like the IG models for whatever reason. Probably can't afford it. Probably don't know which route to take. Probably don't know how to do themselves up, whatever. So now they looking at the internet. Oh, I wish I had a body like that. My body is not good enough. Oh my God, the men are only paying attention to the girls with the BBLs. They don't like regular natural girls. Yes, they do. I don't know who keep telling y'all that. I don't know why y'all not listening to the men. They keep telling y'all time and time again, we do not like BBLs. And y'all keep saying, well, we doing it for us. Okay, well, whatever, another story for another day. But you got the women that's feeling like they're less worthy. Now you got the ones that don't want to post at all because they feel like I don't get any likes. Y'all are letting likes dictate how you truly feel about yourself. A lot of y'all are hiding your likes. Hiding your likes for what, baby? I wouldn't care if I posted something that got 1, 2 likes. I'm not hiding no likes. That lets me know that y'all are insecure. Y'all taking y'all likes too serious because anytime you want to show when you got 500 likes, but you want to hide when you got 50 likes, baby, that lets me know that you taking the internet validation too seriously. Because why you hiding your likes? You didn't feel like you was that girl with 50 likes like you did with 500? But we can't just blame the women. We have to look at all the thirsty men that lust over women's pictures, all the thirsty men that lives in women's DMs. Y'all are literally the reason why women refuse to go get jobs. Women are out here paying for bodies just to sit on social media and the internet all day and sell content to people like y'all, all the way down to their feet. And y'all wonder. But I wonder, if the internet was to crash, how many of y'all would really know who y'all are outside of it? So many of y'all have an identity crisis, it'd be ridiculous. Y'all don't know who y'all are outside of this internet, and that's sad.
Well, let me address the men first on this one because I definitely agree with her on this one. Because if there's one thing that pisses me off when it comes to men is these MFers, because I'm trying to watch my language, bro, that sit over here and pay for OnlyFans. Like, bro, if it's really that deep, my guy, bro, you can watch corn for free. Like, you really can, bro. It's not that deep. Because you're not gonna have a genuine connection with those women anyway. Because I know they try to say it's a little bit more personal. No, it's not. Those women be having other people do that shit for them half the time. And even if that was the case, man, 9 times out of 10, she ain't gonna give you the time of day because y'all are the very same men these women make fun of. And we keep telling y'all that, but y'all keep wasting y'all damn money on. But I do agree with her. It's definitely affecting women far more than it has men. And you'll see that throughout the rest of this video. As a matter of fact, she shared another story with a couple of ladies that she had a conversation with. Check this out.
So yesterday I was having a conversation with a couple of young girls. And long story short, I'm just like trying to let them know, the decisions that you make as a young woman, they will follow you. So you have to be very aware and very conscious of the path you choose, the decisions you make. You have to be very conscious of that. So one of the girls, we were somehow we got on Sexy Red, and one of the girls, I basically said, Sexy Red is not really a good example of how to carry yourself at a young age, regardless of the matter. And the one was like, well, she only 23, so, she young. She still got to, mature a little bit. No, we got to stop with that whole narrative that, oh, well, he's only 24, she's only 23, and that's a big age. And that's like an age to where, yeah, there's going to be some minor, hiccups in the road or some mistakes that you might make or some choices that might not be the best choices, but we're not going to take it to the extreme to just make this be our lifestyle. Not to mention, Sexy Red is a mom of not one, but two. So once you become a mom, all of that, oh, she's just 23, that's out the window. Sexy Red should be forming herself to be somewhat of a better woman eventually for her son's sake. But I see now that this new way of thinking, it's like we're literally molding each other we're literally molding this new generation to think that carrying yourselves with no class, no value, and just like a complete ghetto mess is okay. It's like we're making that be okay. And I'm just here to say, I don't know if young girls, y'all just don't have nobody else to look up to. So y'all looking up to the Sexy Reds and y'all feel like, well, Sexy Red doing it. But keep this in mind. Sexy Red is a millionaire. Sexy Red will never have to work a regular job a day in her life. Sexy Red will always have options that you will never be able to have simply because she is a millionaire and she's already reached a certain peak in her life. So therefore, when you guys are following behind these celebrities, keep in mind, they don't live the same lifestyle as us. We are regular people. We are regular 9 to 5 people. We're not millionaires. These people already have their lives set out. And it's not to say that money does not change the fact that some of them are losing value by the second, but it doesn't matter. The options are still going to be a little bit different. I can tell that when I come through with my type of conversation, I'm one of those women that the young girls, some of them is not going to want to hear what I got to say. But I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of the women that y'all think y'all following behind, they're not being honest with y'all. And I say it time and time again. A lot of the women that live the lifestyle that y'all are chasing, you don't know what them ladies got to go through to get that stuff. You don't know what that lady had to go through to get that Birkin bag. You don't know what that lady had to go through to get that car she driving. You don't know what that lady got to go through to get the watch that man bought her, or any of the luxury materialistic aspect of things that you guys are chasing. I'm going to always give y'all the reality. Be conscious of what your decisions are as a young girl. Yes, you can have fun. Yes, you can turn up. Yes, you can twerk on the headlight with your friends and all of that. That's fun. But be conscious of your decisions, because your decisions will follow you. You see Black China, she don't even want to be called Black China. She switched her name completely to Angela White. Why? Because she doesn't want any dealings with her young ways. She don't want any dealings with the things that she used to do. I wonder why. I don't care what it is that you choose to do when you're young. Just make sure you keep your class. Make sure you keep your value. Make sure you stay self-aware, and make sure you're not just giving yourself out to any and everybody and just out and about for no care in the world, because it will follow you. And then you're going to get older and you're going to be in your 30s one day and you're going to sit back and be sad that nobody is taking you serious. Don't let the internet ruin you, man. The internet is not a real place, and some of y'all just don't know the difference.
Women's expectations are going up, and yet we're not becoming any more perfect. There are no consequences for a woman when she says she's a 10 out of 10. She's allowed to, you have that rhetoric all the time that, he asked me, what do I bring to the table? I am the table. And it's like, well, why are people treating you like a drive-through then? No one's sitting and dining at your table. What's on your menu? What are you serving? Is it appetizing? And I find that sometimes women don't look in the mirror enough and say, what do I see? Am I the kind of woman that the man I want wants to be with? They focus on the man that they want and not the woman that he wants. And so, you have a whole bunch of women that are now walking around disappointed because they're not getting the men that they want, because the men don't want them. Women can be out of shape and just doing nothing, no real ambition, all that, and they still want the best. And so you find that people want the best for themselves without making themselves the best.
There you go.
So your expectations are up here, but your standard for yourself is here. It's like, no, sis, take a seat, take several seats, actually. Yeah.
Ooh-wee, you want to talk about being humble. But she is 100% correct, because if it's one thing that I have noticed, man, especially back in the West, there is really a discrepancy in terms of the dating market. Because if it's one thing that I have noticed, especially now that I'm traveling, when I'm in the West, the women, because it's very rare for a woman to shoot her shot at you, right? So if a woman is shooting her shot at you and she's attractive, 9 times out of 10 as a man, you got to be really attractive yourself, especially in the States. But this is another reason why I'm humble enough to admit that I know I'm not all that great looking. Because in the West, the women that do tend to have the balls to shoot their shot at me, boy, man, I would not give them the time of day. I wouldn't even look their way. But it's a little different when I started traveling, I'll say that. Let's keep it moving.
I hate when I bring up a guy I have a crush on and people immediately start telling me that I should try to use him for his money. Like, do you hear yourselves? This has got to be, and is, definitely a product of the thinly veiled escort game that's being touted as dating advice on the internet these days. Because why would I treat someone I actually respect and see romantically as if they are a a pig or a John. Do y'all hear yourselves genuinely? Like, you fucking mongrels need a job and a muzzle, because that should not be the first thing your mind jumps to when someone tells you that they have a crush on a man, or that they like a man, or that they started going on a date with a man, or whatever. You should not immediately be like, oh, take his fucking money, get that back. Silence. Relationships are about love. That's the whole point of them. If you can't pay your own bills, you can just say that, but don't make that something that's like dating is not a universal ticket to a better tax bracket. At least from where I'm sitting. Maybe for everybody else that's what that is, but I pursue relationships with people for platonic and romantic reasons, not financial reasons. And so y'all be getting on my motherfucking last nerve when you're like, oh wow, Shatis, you have a crush on a guy, you should fucking try to see how much money you can get out of him. I actually wanted to know what his hobbies were, but okay. Sure.
I'm like, now you see how they influencing one another? You see how they trying to like low key bully each other into dealing with men solely for that. And the funny part about it, she'll get shamed for not doing exactly what they're telling her to do. This, I tell you, man, this is dating in the West is dead, bro. Like, it's become so transactional that a woman can't even tell. Now I'm starting to understand why some women are starting to be more secretive about the men that they're into, especially in the West. Now I'm starting to I will give the ladies this. I'm starting to understand it if this is how women operate whenever y'all tell them y'all like somebody. Just for them, not for what they can do for you. Because this is ridiculous. Let's keep it moving.
Can find this man that does not really exist, right? So this man that has expendable income that he can just take them on, excursions and getaways, and he's cultured. He is able to, go into a boardroom and carry himself in a way that is able to get deals on the table. Like, they've been taught to believe that, like, a combination of Jay-Z and Warren Buffett and like is out there waiting on them. And this man does not exist. And that's the problem. And I think, especially the social media narrative is pushing this, like, wait, if he's not treating you this, if he's not buying you this, he's not worth it. And it's like, who are these? Y'all gonna be waiting and he's not out there.
Or they're gonna be getting the fakes.
Or they're gonna get scammed.
Yep.
They're gonna get scammed.
Yep. So who do you think told this lie?
Well, I think social media tells the lie now.
But before?
Social media tells a lie. But I think what happened is, like, women in my parents' generation, we saw them, they could not work. A lot of them could not work, or they didn't have the skills to work outside of, like, being domestics, right? So they were at the mercy of their husbands, which is a horrible place to be, right? Because then there was a lot of abuse, and men were taking advantage of that. So then my generation came, we were like, oh, I don't want to be that, right? So I'm going to earn on my own. So then we started doing that. So you see that there's the feminist movement happened, and women started doing more, becoming more educated, and in some places really have surpassed men when it comes to education, right? And that's because anything that's oppressed, especially us, as people of color, we're going to rise to it. So when that happened, then our daughters saw that, right? So then mixed with a little bit of toxicity, and then you had the city girls, right?
It's a little sprinkle.
Yeah, a little sprinkle, and it becomes like, I don't need a man unless he's paying. And but it all came from, there's a trajectory of toxic relationships, dysfunction, oppression, women being oppressed, not wanting to deal with that, and then it not being addressed there's not a lot of fathers in the house at one point, where fathers were taken from the home. So there's no one to say, hey, we're people too, right? And so now you have a generation of women who see men as ATM machine.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I agree. The thing is, they have that old saying, teach history so it doesn't repeat itself.
Right.
But I actually came to this conclusion, and I'm not saying that this applies for all the time,
Right.
but maybe you shouldn't, because we teach history and all it does is bring forth the same situation or a traumatic response to a situation. Because we teach history and we tell people what happened and the reasons why it happened, but we never told people how to deal with it.
Okay, here's why more and more young women are rejecting feminism and just do not want to be associated with it at all. I think these younger generations have really, really good BS detectors. So on its face, feminism sounds great, right? Equality for all and girls supporting girls. That sounds so beautiful. But the second you kind of test that out, you very quickly find that it has just become a total facade. If I'm putting on makeup for my husband to come home from work, or if I'm cooking for him, they get upset. They don't like that. Whoever the head of PR is for feminism needs to be fired. They are doing a horrible job because almost all of their representatives who are outspoken, they just seem so miserable, so hateful, so bitter. It doesn't look fun at all. Nothing about that sounds appealing. I think that's why we're starting to see the trad wife stuff on TikTok, is because people are so sick of the other side, so done with the angry, man-hating, putting women down. Ugh, it's boring, it's old, we're done with it. You don't have to like me, you don't have to like other women on social media. You can call everybody names and be upset, but just don't pretend that you support other women, because you don't. And a lot of people are seeing right through it.
It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest.
And not too many of them honest nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women gone bad. The women's gone bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone bad.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
That's the reason the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
I forgot who I heard this from, but I remember somebody saying once that if you want to know the state of the culture, look at the women, because the women are the ones that are usually influenced the easiest, usually influenced the most. Look at the United States. Think about how our women are influenced. Think about how they're moving, how they're behaving. And it tells you everything that you need to know about our culture. And I'm just going to leave that at that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.